Please hit the 150 activate Multiverse twice.
Do you like adventure and cool action figures? Well, come join the fun. It's old school toys with Blaze. Superman and Krypto come in a black window box. In the top left-hand corner, it indicates it has 22 moving parts. You also have the McFarlane Toys logo in the right-hand corner. On the side, it says McFarlane Collector Edition in silver writing. It indicates it is for children 12 years old and over. You also have the DC Multiverse logo and Superman and Krypto's name at the bottom. The right-hand side of the box has the DC Multiverse logo at the top. You have Superman and Krypto's name in silver and the number 9 at the bottom. The back of the box features the McFarlane Toys logo in the top right-hand corner. You've got Superman and Krypto's name and the Return of Superman in a silver strip on the back. You have a great shot of Superman defeating Doomsday holding the American flag, and you have the McFarlane's Toy social media information in the bottom right-hand corner. The left-hand side of the box has the DC Multiverse logo at the top. You have McFarlane Collector Edition in silver, Superman and Krypto in white, and Return of Superman in blue, the number 9 at the bottom, and you also have the McFarlane Toys logo in blue over silver at the bottom. Superman and Krypto both look pretty great, but do they have it where it counts? Let's take a look. Superman's head sculpt is great. I had my reservations when this was first announced, because honestly I thought he looked more like a member of the cast of Grease than Superman from the 90s. However, having it in hand, it looks a lot better than I thought it would. The hair is pretty much spot on as to what he looked like in those comics. This is one of my favorite Superman looks, so I'm glad McFarlane pulled the trigger on it. I wasn't sure they would because I don't think it's extremely popular. They did a great job on this head sculpt. That's where my praise for this figure ends. Unfortunately, they used the Dark Knight Returns Superman body sculpt, which is way too bulky. I mean, I know Superman is big and muscular and all that, but come on, man, it looks like he worked for the WWF in the 80s. The color scheme is much better, but you can see from the side, he just is too thick. The logo on the chest really bugs me because it's not crisp, it's not tight. It just looks the way that it was drawn for the Frank Miller comic. And that does not fit this Superman, not in my opinion anyway. And another pet peeve, another Superman cape, no yellow S. I can't remember if they drew him that way during this era or not, but it really feels like it should be back there. Also, how the boots bunch up at the ankles and how they don't come to quite the right point at the top. Just not my favorite mold for this character. I think the highlight for most people was the Krypto figure. And while it does look good, there's not a lot of paint on it. I will say the collar and the cloth cape, separate pieces of course, but there's not really much to it. He can turn his head, that's it. I mean, you know, other than that, there's no insignia on the back of the cape. Nothing. It's pretty much a Smurf. Now we come to the most aggravating part of this set. You can see Superman's red boot rubbed against Krypto's face rubbed against the red boot. There are red marks on Krypto, white marks on Superman's boot. That is not cool. I can fix it, but it's not like it's something that rubs right off, and I shouldn't have to do that. Let's take a look at the accessories. My favorite part of the DC McFarlane figures are the cards. And this one comes with a beautiful card that has the artwork from the back on the front. and Superman's biographical information on the back. Superman and Krypto, Return of Superman. Data file. Real name, Kal-El Clark Kent. Sent to Earth from the dying planet of Krypton as a baby, Kal-El was found by farmers Martha and John Kent and raised as their son Clark. As Clark grew up, the radiation from Earth's yellow sun gave him extraordinary powers, which he kept hidden. Now fully grown, he uses his powers to protect his adopted world as Superman. The Man of Steel is virtually invulnerable and has the powers of super strength, super speed, and flight. He also has enhanced senses, including heat vision, X-ray vision, super hearing, and super breath. Anybody else upset that Krypto isn't even mentioned on this thing? Man, talk about a dog's life. You can display this card on the included stand. Superman comes with a foot peg stand. Why he doesn't have a flight stand, I will never understand. He also comes with an alternative set of hands. It's the same hands that came with the Dark Knight Superman. They're not really good for flight, they're not really good for gripping, but they're great if you're wanting to military press slam your arch nemesis over your head just like the Ultimate Warrior. Okay, let's look at Superman's articulation. His head is on a ball joint. His arms move up and down at the shoulders, as well as give you a full 360 degrees of motion. He has a single jointed elbow. His hands rotate, plus they move up and down, but you don't get a lot of movement there. But you can see it does have a joint there. That one's a little bit better. Okay. He has a torso swivel, plus it can move backwards, not much movement forward. You have a waist swivel. His legs move forward and backward, but not very far. Plus they move out to the side. Double jointed knees, but you can see the pins on the knees. You have an ankle joint that allows it to move up and down. Plus, it's on a ball joint so it can move all the way around. And you have articulation at his toes. And that's the articulation for your Superman figure. Krypto only has one point of articulation, and that's that his head turns. You get a full 360 degrees, but none of the legs move or the tail. He does have the nifty cloth cape, but you know, it's going to be a little bit difficult to stand him with that three-legged stance because he falls over really easy.
Look, up in the sky, it's a bird.
It's a plane!
It's Superman!
One, like I said, the head sculpt looks great. I'm pleasantly surprised. Two, it is awesome to have Krypto, even if he leaves a little to be desired. And three, Krypto's cloth cape is a great added bonus. 1. Krypto only has one point of articulation, his head. 2. Superman's body has that same clunky mold from the Dark Knight Returns Superman. 3. Quality control. That piece on the shin in Krypto's face, that was unacceptable. And lastly, no flight stand? What? Superman isn't known for walking through tall buildings in a single bound now, is he? So that's my review of Superman and Krypto from The Return of Superman. What do you guys think about this figure? Was I too hard on it? Let me know in the comments. If you like what you see today, hit the thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Ring that notifications bell and you'll never miss another video from Old School Toys. Thanks so much and have a super day.